This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Queenstown Airport has announced plans to significantly expand its noise boundaries into residential areas. Mark Hendricks has travelled from Belgium to visit the University of Otago's Food Science Department to share new ideas about oats. And a young Dunedin co-driver has been given the chance of a lifetime thanks to Rally New Zealand. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Queenstown Airport has announced plans to significantly expand its noise boundaries into residential areas. The plans also include a doubling of aircraft movements by 2045. But residents living within the new boundaries are being given 5 weeks to respond to the proposed changes.
Jets thundering overhead are set to become more commonplace for many Queenstown residents if proposed changes to the district plan go ahead. By 2045, annual passenger movements are predicted to be more than double what they are at present, with an average of over 100 aircraft movements per day.
We're really encouraging people around the community to get involved. We've got a number of drop-in sessions over the next several weeks and a lot of information online, so we really encourage people to come along, give their feedback and ask questions.
However, there are no plans to extend operating hours past the current limits of 10 p.m. or before 6 a.m. The airport is inviting responses from residents of affected properties, which include Frankton Road, parts of Kelvin Heights, Lake Hayes Estate and Shotover Country. The airport's growth plan includes buying up 35 nearby houses which contain the highest noise levels.
And we're hopeful that at the end of the day we're going to have the ability to grow as an airport, but also make sure that we recognize the impact we make and try to offset that and mitigate it as much as possible.
The consultation, which includes 6 community drop-in sessions, will close on August the 20th. In Queenstown, for The South Today.
The government set to announce financial support for Dunedin's multi-million-dollar waterfront development project. Regional Economic Development Minister Shane Jones is scheduled to be in Dunedin tomorrow to announce funding from the Provincial Growth Fund. The government has committed to investing $1 billion a year over 3 years in regional economic development. The concept for the waterfront area includes an array of new signature buildings and public spaces. Key projects could include a ferry terminal, marine science building and public aquarium, a 5-star hotel and a cultural centre shaped like a cockleshell. Dunedin-based food processing company Haraway's and Sons has gifted $100,000 to bring food science experts to New Zealand. The first of those visitors is Professor Mark Hendricks from Leuven in Belgium.
From his lab in Belgium to the University of Otago's Food Science Department, Mark Hendricks is helping share new ideas. He says the processing of some food by high pressure rather than cooking can be a better way of killing microbes without losing the nutritional benefits of food.
Well, the major advantage of high pressure is that it becomes an alternative to what we normally do with thermal processing. So what we do here is, rather than increasing the temperature, we are going to process the food material at room temperature, for example, and the pressure is used now to extend the shelf life. That means that what we normally trying to do with thermal, the inactivation of the, let's say, harmful microbes, we are inactivating them now by pressure.
The visiting professorship is funded by Haraway's, famous for their rolled oats. But Professor Hendricks is keeping an open mind about the application of high-pressure techniques on Haraway's products.
High pressure is something that we apply to high-moisture foods. So if we are talking about oat processing as I've seen it today, that is not an area where high pressure could come in. Maybe in the future, but that is a question mark, I think. If we have liquid-derived products from oats, that could be an area where you could investigate high pressure.
He says the food processing industry will continue to need more scientists in the future.
Oh, I think young people should think about studying food science because it's a very exciting area. Yeah, I mean, it is an exciting area where you learn the science, of materials that you eat every day. And I think it is very important, that we have very good scientists in that area, to really do product and process development in the future. I mean, this food science is actually an area that is becoming, well, not becoming, is highly complex because we are dealing with highly complex materials that we really want to understand how they behave actually during processing, for example.
The Harraways Visiting Professorship will see several other food science experts visiting Dunedin over the next 5 years. In Dunedin, for the South Today.
Dunedin Police say they only made one arrest at last night's Kendrick Lamar concert, despite high levels of intoxication. Acting Inspector Craig Dennison says one person was arrested at Forsyth Bar Stadium for disorder before being released with a pre-charge warning. He says security denied 38 people entry to the stadium, mainly due to intoxication. He says town was busy after the concert, but there were no arrests and no significant issues in the central city. Dennison says a strong police presence in the Octagon may have helped. A young Dunedin co-driver has been given the chance of a lifetime thanks to Rally New Zealand. Otago Girls High School student Nikita Gibson has been selected for this year's Co-Driver Academy as she looks to cement a permanent ride in the New Zealand Rally Championship.
When 12-year-old Nikita Gibson sat in the co-driver's seat for stepfather Tony Johnston at Rally Otago 5 years ago, she became the youngest co-driver in the history of the event. Now the 17-year-old is about to accelerate her career once again, picked for one of just 6 places at this year's Rally New Zealand Co-Driver Academy.
We're going to be taught by some very amazing people that have, through their own careers have developed a lot. So I know that I'm going to learn a whole heap.
Motorsport is Gibson's passion, but she's never been tempted to get behind the wheel, choosing instead to be part of the action as soon as possible.
Well, as soon as you're 12 you can get a motorsport licence. So I jumped in with my stepdad at the Otago Rally in 2013. And it just kind of eventuated, and there was a chance for me to develop before being able to drive at 16.
She's never looked back, competing in rallies all over the country and displaying the temperament needed to be a co-driver in demand.
Being calm and collected in the car, because if your co-driver's not calm, then your driver's going to freak out and either do something silly or not push as fast as they probably could.
Gibson's currently juggling rallies with school work in her final year at Otago Girls High School. She says coming from an all-girls school, there were a few eyebrows raised at her choice of sport, but her commitment has well and truly won her classmates over.
Just because I'm one of the only girls really in Dunedin that does it, one of the only in the country except for Amy in Christchurch at my age, doesn't mean that it's any less than a netball tournament or rugby or
The academy is set to take place in Auckland early next month, with Gibson determined to take her career to the next level and compete in a full season of the New Zealand Rally Championship. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, we see what's been illuminating Geraldine recently and look at how a revitalised musicians club is striking a chord in Invercargill.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever. Cotton Soft. Softness and strength you can trust.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires. For obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Step into Shop on Carol and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Welcome back. South Canterbury residents have braved a cold Geraldine evening for the annual Lantern Walk. Timaru Courier reporter Greta Yeoman headed along to capture last week's winter light festivities. Those attending gathered for hot chocolate and treats around the braziers, held in the well-decorated space next to the Geraldine Academy of Performance and Arts. The procession then moved through the main streets of the town. Lanterns, lights, winter-themed outfits and even one young child in a clever fantail costume were all part of the parade. Two Invercargill musicians are on a mission to put Invercargill on the map for touring bands. Southland Musician Club members Jordan Kossel and Matt Hoffman have been transforming the club to attract more bands and to help the Southland music scene flourish.
These musicians have spent the past 18 months transforming the Southland Musicians Club in a bid to revitalise the Southland music scene. Jordan Kossel and Matt Hoffman of the band Murgatroyd said a lack of venues for bands to play in Invercargill drove them to the Southland Musicians Club, where they discovered a mountain of potential.
We sort of thought, well, we've got nowhere to play, that means nobody else has anywhere to play, right? So we volunteered ourselves for the committee, to try and help it be a hub for the scene, really.
There's no other venues that are giving people the option to play their own original music in front of audiences, so I think that's sort of our purpose down here is to try and give those people that platform to do their art.
Hoffman said Invercargill was often overlooked by bands touring the country, and by making changes to the look of the club and installing specialised equipment, the city could now offer a venue to suit any band.
It's been off the radar for the bigger bands, it's been off the radar for a lot of those smaller, sort of more cult type bands as well. So I think really getting Invercargill back on the sort of touring circuit map is a big priority for us, really. It sometimes feels like we're a wee bit starved for culture down here, and it's good to sort of see it starting to trickle back in again.
And their efforts have gone a long way towards making it happen, with the club this week announcing a show by 80s New Zealand rock band The Chills.
The Chills is definitely a big deal. They're up there, they're right up there. Everyone knows The Chills, they're a big name.
They're a bit of an institution, really, aren't they?
They are, definitely. So that's awesome. That's a real big thing for us.
The Southland musicians say they will continue to promote the talent throughout the region, while keeping an ear to the ground for more acts to bring to Invercargill. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, we catch up with a group of young humanitarians and we check out the weather outlook for Thursday and beyond.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
It's Ellis Campbell Menswear's knitwear clearance. Buy one, save 25%. Buy two or more, save 33%. That's a third. Lots of New Zealand made and imported quality garments. Wool mix, pure wool, 100% merino, merino cashmere, merino possum, heavy work fishnets, V-neck, crew neck, quarter zip, button collar, full zip, plain stripes, argyles, ferrules, self patterns, you name it, even some ladies' colours. Knitwear clearance. Buy one, save 25%. Buy two or more, save 33% on all of them. Ellis Campbell Menswear's, 3 stores.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires for obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
They've been moving earth for nearly 30 years. Locally owned and operated, Hall Brothers Transport is your one-stop shop when it comes to demolition, site clearance, recycling buildings, chipping trees, earthworks, drainage and roading. Nothing goes to waste. Hall Brothers Transport can get the whole job done from start to finish, no matter how big or small. Give them a call on 4771 141 or drop into 26 Creswell Street behind the railway station. That's Hall Brothers Transport Limited.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Thanks for staying with us. Images have emerged showing the facial injuries a Rebels player allegedly suffered at the hands of his teammate in South Dunedin at the weekend. The images obtained by Sydney Morning Herald and the Daily Telegraph show Lapeti Tamani with black eyes. It comes after he and his alleged attacker, Amanaki Murphy, were fined $15,000 each for their physical altercation in Dunedin last weekend. Murphy was arrested on Sunday following the Rebels' season-ending defeat by the Highlanders the day before and appeared in Dunedin District Court on Monday. He was charged with injuring with intent to injure and was released on bail after entering no plea. Dunedin students were treated to a special delivery from a group of young volunteers today as part of a wider program to integrate refugees into the community. The youngsters were taught about kindness.
A 20-strong group of humanitarians delivered baking to University of Otago students today as part of its Random Acts of Kindness.
We've been learning about humanitarian, being kind and doing kind deeds to people.
It was part of a week-long program organised by churches, welcome refugee groups and the Red Cross. It includes a variety of tasks, including first aid, volunteering and cultural exercises.
We went to the Eco Sanctuary on Monday and we helped out and we did the playground and we got a tour of it, and then yesterday we did some baking.
Language lessons were also shared by the group, with Harlem Uchiha teaching the group Turea and former Syrian refugee Maram Aga teaching her new friends Arabic.
It's not it's an option, so they could introduce themselves in Arabic and they could have friends, Arabic friends, and talk to them.
Half of the group is made up of former refugees, and Red Cross Dunedin says part of the program aims to help integrate the children into the community. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Queenstown Airport has announced plans to significantly expand its noise boundaries into residential areas, including doubling aircraft movements by 2045. Mark Hendricks is visiting the University of Otago from Belgium to share ideas about nutrition with Otago's Food Science Department. And a 17-year-old Dunedin Rally co-driver has been given the chance of a lifetime thanks to Rally New Zealand at Co-Drivers School. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page. What have you got for us in tomorrow's paper?
Good evening. Yeah, there's a bit of anticipation around town today with news that Regional Development Minister Shane Jones is going to be in the city tomorrow and expected to make an announcement regarding the proposed harbour basin development. Sort of big plans being well publicised about for down there with a hotel, office space and this amazing bridge over the railway line to the area and really just to revitalise the whole area. There's the $3 billion provincial growth fund, which Mr Jones has the keys to. So he's been around the country throughout the year, sort of distributing money here, there and everywhere. So we're pretty hopeful we're going to get some money out of that ourselves. We managed to find out a little bit about what is going to be unveiled tomorrow. His office has confirmed that there would be an initial contribution to the project, but it certainly wouldn't be the last. They view it as quite a good project and something they're keen to get behind. So some good news there, and hopefully we can get things underway down there because it would be amazing.
It would. If it's anything like those plans that we've sort of seen touted around, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it is, and I mean they are amazing plans, and it is a bit of a wasteland at the moment, cold and a bit miserable. So it'd be good to see it revitalised. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We've also got today with plans for the hospital rebuild and how they're going to staff it. A local advisory group convener Peach Hodgson has said they're going to need about 1,000 workers to build the hospital over the period, and the plans are underway with local agencies now to try and get as many apprentices as possible underway so they can help work with it. He said the building boom is going to be large and long in the city. That's not going to stop in 2026 when the hospital's finished. The Polytech and University as well have planned their building developments to continue after that. So there's going to be a long period of work in that area. So not a bad trade to get into.
Yeah, not a bad time to become a chippy.
Exactly. And just finally, work today started on the $4.4 million bus hub in Great King Street. A few holes being dug today for new lights and whatnot, but over the next few months there's going to be some significant work there with 10 bus bays, electronic timetables and public toilets to be installed. So there's going to be a bit of disruption in that area, but I think well worth it in the long run.
Wonderful, thank you for that, and you can catch all of that in tomorrow's paper. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Looking at the situation, a few more fine days are lining up before a rainy cold front brings strong winds just in time for the weekend. To the southern outlook, where it will be a moderate westerlies and clear skies with 11 for Balclutha, Catlins and Gore, but Lumsden is slightly warmer on 12 degrees. To the central region, light to moderate northwesterlies are the order of the day. Queenstown's the coolest on 9, Wanaka is 1 higher on 10, while Alexandra and Te Anau are both on 11 degrees. Up to the northern areas, Timaru and Oamaru have light northeasterlies, fine and 12 degrees. Twizel and Amarama are in for light westerlies, fine and 10. Here in Dunedin tonight, fine and cold with an overnight low of 2 degrees. Tomorrow fine and sunny with a low of 4 and a high of 12. And on Friday, winds 10 northwest and freshen, but expect a milder low of 9 and a high of 15. And in Invercargill, fine and cold tonight with an overnight low of 3. Tomorrow's fine and sunny with a high of 13 and 7. And Friday's got a high of 14 and a low of 9. That's our news for this Wednesday. For the latest news from the southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. And for full stories, check out www.odt.co.nz. Hope you have a great evening, take care and stay warm. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.